How come my results aren't the same when I go to put a piece of chicken on the grill and I cook it maybe like over some charcoal, maybe with a little bit of wood chips? How come it's so different from this?
With this, you're cooking directly with wood heat, okay? And this is a reverse flow, which means I've got a pipe that runs down the bottom of this cooker, and it comes out that pipe, and then all the heat and smoke comes back across the top of the meat. Now, even with just a regular cooker where your stack's at the other end, you're still cooking and generating with the heat. Now with charcoal, it's a little different because charcoal's a direct heat. It's just up. Okay, this even on a cooker where you have your stacks at the other end, your heat's moving all the time. Okay, and what that's going to do is that's going to make it cook a lot evener and make it a lot. You don't have to worry about hot spots or burn spots or anything like that. Now the reason you dry out with chicken is because a lot of people overcook it. For one thing, a lot of people say, "Oh, chicken's got to be 180, 190 up in that area to make sure it's done." You know, you can pull chicken off at 160, and as it rests for just a little bit before you eat it, it's going to jump up to 165, 170, and you're going to be perfectly fine. But it's going to keep those juices in there that you want. Now, if you're cooking on another cooker that's a small one, just a wood one, again, you've got to learn your cooker because you're going to have different cookers. Cookers do different. I could buy two of these and they wouldn't cook the same, identical to each other, and they both be different because it's just difference in the metal, difference in, you know, the thickness or something. You know, there's always going to be, you need to learn your cookers because that's the main thing about learning how to cook good quality meat. It starts with knowing your cooker, whether it's a big one or it's a small one. Even on gas, you have to know your hot spots, your cool spots, and where to move stuff to and where to flip them and what time. The biggest thing on chicken is when you're cooking on a smoker, I think a lot of people, reason a lot of them dry out is because they like to flip it. If you're smoking, I don't ever flip this. I'll leave it on one side because that smoke and the heat's going to surround it and it's going to cook fully. If you start flipping it, then it's going to create a crust on both sides, and you don't want that. You just want the crust on the skin top, and the underneath side will stay moist. And that's where a lot of people lose their moisture, is because when they turn it over, then all that moisture comes up to the top and it rolls off. If you cook it with the skin side up and that skin gets crispy, the moisture comes up to that skin and it can't go anywhere, so it stays down in the chicken. So that's a lot of that. A lot of that is just, again, practice and trial and error. And I tell people this all the time: I ruin more food than I'll ever cook right just learning how to do this. So it just takes practice, and learning what works for you. I mean, there's no wrong way or right way to do stuff. Unless you burn it all the time, you're not going to do it. But other than that, you just need to practice and figure out what works for you.